Hello again. So I just wanted to make another. I woke up this morning in this feverish state of mind, and I felt compelled to make a video again on the topic of my teeth. I would have made it right away, but when I actually woke up, which is at 6:20, it's now about 7 o'clock, but I just couldn't handle the screen time that early, so I made myself a bunch of food, and I'm about to eat that, and I'm starting the video now. My case of periodontitis seems to have progressed a lot, pretty rapidly in the past couple weeks. It's only been like a week since I posted that video, the first video, but I feel like it's probably not, it's probably going about the same pace that it always was, but it feels really fast to me because, you know, the front of my teeth are now at a point where they're kind of, where they seem to be protruding. Like they seem longer than normal, they seem bigger than normal, because I don't have as much gum that, I don't have that kind of healthy gum that usually frames your teeth the way that they're supposed to. It's kind of receding a bunch, so as a result my teeth just look longer than normal. And it's the front of my teeth now that are going through this noticeable change, and so I'm really heavily insecure about it. I've started to open up to a couple of people in my life more personally about it. I've had, I've been coping with it every day, or trying to. Like I think I've mentioned before, it's kind of a childhood nightmare of mine, so I'm going to try to keep my voice down a little bit because it's still a little early and I don't know if my housemates are still sleeping, and I don't have insulated walls, which also means that the sound isn't insulated either, as well as the temperature. Yeah, so I've been feeling really insecure. I'm not smiling anymore with my teeth like I usually do. I'm just smiling with my mouth closed. I'm trying everything that I can. I'm waking up right now. I think part of the reason that I woke up feverishly is because my body is really not happy with me right now. I can tell because, I feel like my digestion isn't flowing the way that it should be. I feel like, I know I don't know, maybe that's too personal information. I don't really think that talking about your biological, just like necessities and, just the things that everybody goes through, I don't think those things should be like inappropriate or taboo or weird or gross or anything. Like, I think if people need help, and even if they don't need help, even if they're just like talking with you like friend to friend or something like that, I don't think like that just having a biological body should be something that's gross. I feel like everyone should learn to love themselves as they are, and we're all biological beings. So part of that is like accepting the many body processes, attractive or not, that come with that. And I don't know, side tangent. Anyway, I don't think that my body's really happy with me. I also think that I haven't been nourishing myself properly, which I'm sure isn't helping my situation. but I guess I'm still trying to adjust to like this new, having a new diet that, I don't know, is not so heavily dependent on a lot of sweets, a lot of like not sweets like chocolate and candy. Like I don't even eat those things actually. It's funny, but more like fruits and honey, I guess. Like I don't eat a lot of, I guess I eat a lot of honey. I don't know. But getting away from that and trying to like have a lot more vegetables in my life, and stuff like that, and learning how to do that in a way that I can enjoy, you know, is like not, it's not an instantaneous adjustment. It takes a minute. So, yeah. So my body, I'm feeling malnourished right now, which is why I made myself a bunch of food. Maybe underwatered. But I'm just trying to be really public about the fact that it feels like I'm losing my teeth. Like I said, I'm doing everything that I can. I'm changing my whole diet. I'm still in the process of that, you know, in a way where I'm actually like fully nourished, you know. I brush twice a day. I have like a water pick. I have mouthwash. Like I make a little solution of, you know, hydrogen peroxide and water and salt and stuff. That was at the suggestion of a consult that I kind of went through recently. Yeah, like my whole life. I mean, my biological life right now is kind of revolving around trying to deal with this problem. I don't know if I can stop it or reverse it, but that's what I'm attempting to do right now. You know, I'm also taking Bone Up, which, because that consultation that I went through, like I mentioned, was explaining to me that gum recession doesn't actually have to do with losing your gums. It actually has to do with your jawbone receding, because your jawbone is going through like essentially osteoporosis, and your gum line is just following it as it recedes, as it's kind of like inches, you know, inches away from your teeth, from the bottom of your teeth. So I'm taking Bone Up to try to ameliorate that or mitigate that. Yeah, so I feel like I'm doing a lot, but I don't know how good it is. I don't know, like I still feel like there's a lot of progression. I'm reaching out to my doctor because I'm on a prescription medication right now for the condition that I have, which is multiple sclerosis. I have multiple sclerosis, and I'm just really not sure if the medication I'm taking right now has anything to do with the, progression, whether it exacerbates periodontitis or not. But I'm reaching out to my doctor, and I'll probably call my pharmacy later today to ask anybody, like, is there any correlation between those things, and like, what can I do about it? Because if it's going to continue this way, I'd honestly rather just stop taking my medication. Yeah. So, yeah, I feel like I'm doing a lot. My whole, health orientation right now, like with respect to my physical, biological body, has to do with my teeth. Like, almost completely right now. That said, like, I'm really, really proud of myself for not letting this childhood nightmare, my longest living nightmare, essentially stop me from, like, my trajectory of improving self-confidence, which is something that I've been struggling with for years and years and years. I'm sure many of you out there, whether you watch this video or not, are, you know, in some form or another familiar with self-doubt and uncertainty. And that's something that I've struggled with a lot in my life, and I'm just now getting through. I've finally stopped, like, putting myself down so much that I couldn't even, like, pursue any interests of mine on my own, without, like, I didn't even have anyone present, but just by myself, like, being like, oh, I'm interested in this subject, and, like, wanting to pursue it and, like, write down the questions that I had about that subject. And yet, like, every time I approached the subject, like, in a truly honest way, where I was just looking at it the way that I actually wanted to learn about it, I would, like, put myself down. And so many things, like, I kind of formed sentences out of them. They're more just feelings that would pop up, like embarrassment and disgust. but I turned those feelings into sentences, and they would be, you know, I wrote them all down. It was like, you know, you're dumb, you're worthless, this is like you're never gonna amount to anything, and whatever. So it's really hard to even share them right now, like, on this mass media scale. So I don't really want to talk about it too much. Like, I'm not ready to jump into that. I'm mostly making this video about my teeth. But it does play into it because my teeth have always been probably, like, my greatest physical insecurity. Yeah, especially, like I mentioned before in my previous video about, you know, the just, like, status quo of having these, like, perfect white teeth. Like, we have, like, these whitening things that people go through all the time, and dentists and whatever. And, like, I've got so many crowns. Like, I don't know, I think I have four or five crowns. Yeah, I've got 5 crowns. But yeah, my insecurity plays into that, and I'm proud of myself for continuing to move through with, like, a sense of self-confidence, and, you know, getting a lot done on my lists every day, you know, like, with the things that I want to accomplish, you know, and feeling that too, feeling a sense of accomplishment, you know, more importantly than actually getting anything done, for me right now, you know. But I'm still struggling with this. Like, it's still a huge personal battle for me, you know, and I'm constantly telling the people that do know, the few people that do know about what's going on with my mouth, like, how thankful I am that they're sticking with me, and that, like, going through this realization yesterday, like, regardless of how my mouth looks, like, whatever happens, like, my teeth fall out, or they decay, or I don't know, you know, as fast as I'm trying, like, I deserve to have a healthy mouth, and, like, what goes with that is I deserve to be loved regardless of how my teeth look and how I look, you know, because I'm like, trying my best to be a good person, you know, and so, like, I don't really want people in my life who are going to love me differently or step away if my teeth fall out. And I've, like, reiterated that so many times to the people that I've shared this situation with, you know. I've been very upfront about it, you know. Like, it's scary to think that I'll lose, you know, these close friendships, like, if my teeth were to fall out. But I've been very upfront and honest about it. Like, if that's the case, like, you're not really actually my friend, and you're not actually somebody that really truly cares about me, for me. And if that's the case, like, I don't want to continue, like, having any kind of, like, friendship or relationship, romantic relationship or whatever, with people like that, you know? Like, if I have my teeth now and it's going to be different when I don't have my teeth, like, I don't want you in either case. Because I deserve to be loved, just like everybody deserves to be loved, you know, regardless of how they look. And like teeth or no teeth or whatever, you know, weight or skin color or, you know, facial structure or anything. So, you know, anything that, yeah, just you will always deserve to be loved. It doesn't matter how, it really shouldn't matter how you look ultimately. And that's how I'm going to end this video. Thanks.